there is a process of emptying out of whatever you were doing beforehand, a process of settling down, of yielding, of content yielding to space. That is really important prior to any meaningful beginning, okay? Think of the concert hall with the violinist, just starting out. Here you are, sitting in the concert hall, and there is a staged silence and spaciousness and void that arises. First of all, you shuffle in to multiple rooms and chambers as you go into the concert hall. At least I promise you, you will again someday. You'll shuffle into multiple rooms and chambers. And then, and each room you go into is quieter than the next one. Less conversation, right? And then you're in a murmuring concert hall and you begin to take your seat and it gets cozy and you start to read the program, which I think is designed to kind of tire you out a little bit. And so you begin to kind of circle around, orbit around this performance you're about to see. And then there is a dimming of the lights and a lessening of that kind of visual input. And then there is a performer that walks out on stage and is well lit, central, darkness around them, and they are lit. And then they bow to the audience, and there's an applause, a white noise that washes out, other sound washes out, things you could be attending to. In your mind, it just clears the deck like an etch-a-sketch for the auditory system. And then there's a moment of tuning. And all of a sudden, and there's another silence, which is the silence, the pregnant pause that begins before the beginning of the piece. And so this staged void is an important piece of the beginning of an artistic performance, and I would contend also the beginning of a therapeutic encounter with yourself or another. Staged void, staged beginning. Think about the entrance into embodied practice as having these layers of emptiness around it, and each layer of emptiness gives potency to the session. Okay, think about the ending of the session, and thinking about, as Kirsten says, end with a good question, right? Do you have in your embodied practice like a sort of potent question at the end, or a mystery that we can sit with and breathe with at the end, an emergent practice of some kind, something that we don't know the outcomes of yet? How do we end and kick ourselves into a world of joyful unknowing?